Hey man, peace, Donnie. Peace, LCK. Yeah, good questions, man. Glad y'all came through and support. And we had a lot of different points, but like I already knew. That's why I showed y'all like the list of what we should tackle. Like it was no way. I told you there's no way that we'll be able to like address all their claims without it being a 10-hour video. That's why a lot of times when I have my debates with them, I can't address all those things. So I say, let's address the most important things that let's address the things that they believe is more important. And we addressed the seed, we addressed the Mary's tribe, we a little bit. We addressed the Ganawa, Matthew 1:16, that all of them died there. And then we touched on, as was supposed, and the people who that said Joseph was the father of Jesus, those people were normally non-believers. Like we didn't go too hard there, but the one Westerners, you see that they were probably. I ain't look at the chat. The chat is like, yeah, you don't look at chat, you'll be distracted. So I ain't look at the chat. But anyway, the one Westerners, I would have loved for them to ask like their goofy questions so we could debunk it on the spot. But it seems like they had the questions, but they didn't want to ask them because they felt like they'll finally be answered. Hey, Mimi, Tone, okay, Donnie. All right, man. Good night, Tone. Yeah, so I just wanted to get on for a couple, about 10, 15 minutes before I go to bed. Man, I was tweaking off that damn coffee, though, because I didn't get a chance to eat again. Like, I'm hungry, and I was supposed to eat before I got on there, but it was already close to time because my son went to go to sleep. So it was like 9:40 when I started to, like, try to make spaghetti. But I'm like, nah, this ain't gonna work. Cause I'm gonna because he wanted our camera on, so like I really can't eat now. So I was gonna gobble it up if I was like the emoji was there, whatever. So I couldn't eat, so I'm wired up off coffee, and I can't eat to like offset it. Cause I'm wired off coffee, and I'm also hungry, so I'm wired off that too. That's like a bad connection to be hungry and then drink coffee. Buggy. Okay, the Israelites is troll. Yeah. Oh, Christians were hitting too. She would have had it weapon if it got ugly. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what they were saying. And if they're gonna hate, at least address what we're saying. Say something is wrong, and you know. But yeah, yeah, man. I did eat earlier, but it felt like I ate nothing. Like so, sometimes what I could do is I like to you know make ground turkey meat, and then like these canned vegetables. I like because like what I cannot do is ever buy like vegetables, like fresh vegetables. They always go bad. My appetite's so tricky. I'll buy it because I like it today, and I might eat it today, but I won't be interested for the whole week, and the vegetables go bad. It makes money. So my best bet is the canned vegetables. These I get some. So I do the ground turkey and I mix it in the canned vegetables. And somehow this is same. This is back to back day where it felt like I ate nothing. I was better off just making spaghetti. See, when I do spaghetti, that's meat and that's ground turkey. And that's wheat. Like I don't ever eat vegetables, but when I eat the vegetables with the meat, turkey meat, it feel like I eat anything, man. So right now, I don't feel like cooking, so I'm looking at cereal. I'm like, oh boy, I did that yesterday and I was starving. And the cereal it does a little bit, but they don't really do the job like that. And right now, so I couldn't even left to go get something at 9 o'clock. Yeah, I can just get something because I don't really buy any food late. Maybe Chipotle, but I don't like to buy food late because I feel like well, I worked at fast food restaurant when I was young, and like they really don't start cooking fresh anymore. if you're hungry, you got to do what you got to do. But like $10 on the bill, I ain't gonna like. A lot of Christian channels do have hateful energy towards Israelites, not just indoctrinated. Yeah, 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 yeah. This. I'm sure their racial views. I ain't one way or another. Yeah, yeah, right. Vegetables were bad. At one point, I was making smoothies some years ago, about 4 years ago. I had a great run with the vegetables then and the fruit. But man, I had the bullet. Man, it was so hard to clean. Damn, man, so hard to clean that it deterred and discouraged me from like using it again. It was building up in there. I couldn't get to it, and like I ignore it and make one anyway. But I was like, nah, this is getting crazy. I'm like, yeah, I can't use it. Yeah, that it was over. My vegetable, fruit, fresh fruit, fresh vegetable way of life ended right there. Couldn't clean the damn thing correctly. And I understand like when they make it, they probably realize that yeah, it's gonna be clean. And let's try our best to give them, things to clean it with. Man, it was very, very hard. Very, very hard. Yeah, because you vocab asked me what I was, because I'm like, well, because I really looked at it. Vocab called himself a Christian apologist. So I'm like, does that mean you got to be Christian, or does that mean you are apologist for Christianity? And the way I took it, I didn't take it as you got to be a Christian and then apologist. I took it as Christian apologist, Muslim apologist just means that you defend that faith, but you don't necessarily got to be that. It's like a lawyer. Like a lawyer would be like a criminal. That's why I say criminal defense lawyer. It doesn't mean they're a criminal, right? But you defend most of your clients. If you're a criminal defense, but most of your clients are going to be guys that's charged as a crime. Charged with a crime, you're damn near a criminal. So that's how I look at it. What I do. So I say I can call myself a Christian apologetic without being a Christian. I'm just defending Christianity from false satire doctrine. So he said, I feel you. I disagree with the doctrine, but aunts and uncles and them that was so-called Negro sucker. He can be Spanish mixed with white. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so that's another thing. Um, like white racism created black racism. So white races and black races only see the world from their own lens. Like they don't see Hispanics, they don't see Chinese people, they don't see Japanese, they don't see the Hawaiians, they don't see other races. Like to black races and white races, all they see is black and white, literally just black and white. Like to them, no other race matters, and they both try to lay claim to the other race. So white folks would be like, yeah, we're the best, black folks ain't shit, and everybody else in between, they're white. They just fucked up and mixed with other bullshit. And the black races are the same thing. They say, okay, blacks are the best, whites ain't shit, and everybody in between are black, or they were originally black, and they, mixed in this some bullshit, and now they are mutts. It's pretty much like how black races and white races think. Because I'd be cringing when a black person be like, "Yeah, Hispanics, they're black." I'd be like, "What? Like, how do you just make somebody like how do you just make a whole? You got all type of different Spanish people out there, and they just black because you say like, dude, stop. And the nation is not do that a lot. Like, dude, like, and then they get offended when Hispanic people are like, nah, I ain't black. I'm Hispanic. I'm proud of my, you know, Spanish roots, and they get offended. Nah, man, you black. It'd be like an argument. Oh man, you hate yourself. I'm like, oh man, I'd be so embarrassed. Like, oh God. So you gonna tell him what he is, and then say if you don't accept it, he's he's dealing with self hatred. That's amazing. Yeah. So same thing. So and I explained that same thing. What Mimi just said. I explained the same thing with the Egyptians. So I agree with Dr. Brown. The Egyptians are not black or white. The Jews, the original Jews, are not black or white. That's the fact. So when you try to make them black or white, you're a liar. Now, the Jews can mix with black people and as a result look black or have a lot of African DNA. And the Jews can mix with white people and be damn near white with a little bit of Jewish, DNA ancestors in them. Right? That happens. Same thing with Hispanics. Like they can mix with whites and be damn near white. They can mix with blacks and be damn near black. But that don't make them black because their source was not black. Their source was not white. It's still who they are. So if you mix a cocker spaniel with a pit bull and mix that cocker spaniel to pit bulls afterwards, at some point you're gonna come up with something that look like a pit bull. But if you know the origin, you know it's not a purebred. You know if you have like the history of the dog, the paperwork on the dog, it'll say it used to be a cocker spaniel at some point. So and nobody no when you're dealing with dogs, nobody's going to consider that thing a pit bull. Once they get the paperwork and say, "Oh, this shit was his cocker spaniel," or his dad, his great great grandfather's cocker spaniel, oh hell no, this ain't no pit bull. That's what they're gonna say. This ain't no purebred, or this ain't no German Shepherd. This ain't no um, Shih Tzu. Whatever it is. Yeah. So that's the black racism mixed with white racism type shit there. And it's funny because only black and white races that I know do that. Because if you have like let's say Hawaiian races, Spanish races, Chinese races, like they don't claim everybody. They don't say, yeah, we the best and all you guys used to be us and we're they don't do that. Like if they're a race, they're gonna say we're the best, you ain't shit. Like it seem like just black and whites are races and they claim other races. I'm not, when I okay, but I know that sounds kind of funny. So it seems like black and white are the only racists to claim other races. Still sound the same. Right. I'm saying races as like people, but they claim other races as people, but they themselves are racist, meaning that they're hateful to certain races, people because of their color. Yeah, that happened when you sued. Yep, yep, yep. So that I know that those leaders of those major camps seen that because they want to know like what's out there. And Meech's name got around. They had Swazi name's not that. Unbiased sports more popular in that field. So Swazi to them wouldn't ring a bell. It wouldn't be on their radar. But Meech, I think to some degree, at least with Sakari, Meech name rang a bell there. So some of Sakari probably peeked their head in there, but he probably said, I'll watch it over. But that's why I say, man, those arguments, um, everybody should take it and you know, if you're about that, and have you discussing with these clowns, help them out. The guy today, oh my, he was terrible. Like now he wasn't the worst. The guy that Meeks talked to recently, he wasn't the worst, but we had some guys who were terrible, terrible. Yeah, so the guy yesterday was pretty bad because I was like, he was okay. He wasn't that bad, but he was bad, but not the worst. But we had the worst, and it's never okay talking to them. So we've been doing this for over a decade. Yeah, family ring, blue, black, blue eyes. We never like, yeah, yeah, like my family too. We I'll take the trouble with it. Like even like the divide with Jamaicans and Black Americans and Haitians is happening. Like for Caribbean people, like I never really seen a Jamaican other. I always looked at them as black. You know, that's facts. Growing up, I never, I seen Jamaicans as like when they do their own little roster thing with Jamaican parties. I looked at them as like just black religious folks that's going to do this religious shit, and only religious folks are included. Only black religious folks are included. I never seen them as different than somebody black until the ADOS thing popped off, and then like that exposed like some Jamaicans felt like they didn't feel like me. I'll say that. Like some Jamaicans like, no, nigga, you're American black, and I'm Jamaican black. We're different. It's like so that was my first reality of like Jamaicans and island people like showing a distinction between them and American blacks. So I'm like, oh, we are different. Like, oh, I didn't know that. Like when Hussein Bolt was winning, I'm like, yo, he black, he black. You know what I mean? I wasn't saying like, oh, he's Jamaican. I can't wait till we beat him. Like we, like the American blacks. I didn't know distinction. I'm doing a boat shit too. Like, even like basketball players, it's like island. I'm I didn't see any difference. Like Sakim, what's it Sakim? Yeah, I forgot his name. But from the Toronto Raptors, like he's very good. I never like enjoy Embiid. I don't know where the hell he's from, but these guys are clearly not American black. And when I see them ball, I claim them. Like, yeah, he's black. But maybe I'm doing what I said blacks and whites do. They make everybody themselves while they be the superiors. Maybe I'm doing that when I say that. Because when I say black, I'm meaning like American black. Oh, he black, he black. In my mind, I'm saying like American black. So maybe I'm doing the same exact thing. I call them something that they don't believe that they are. Like, yeah, hey, no, I'm not that. I'm this. And I'm proud. Yeah. The when I read about recently, like in the last couple of years, I read about the war, the Mexico War, the Texas. That was very interesting. Oh, so Stupid, he helped me understand the random rights. So I'm gonna say these are my doors growing impatient. Meet Demetrius. So I'm gonna say damn threw me off. What did I say last? What did I say? I was gonna do some, oh, Miranda Rights. So I'm gonna say Stupid's I'm still kind of right, and Stupid was kind of right. So I end up finding something that kind of said what I said and what he said. So now I understand everything because I was under some wrong impressions, but then I still had the question that Haskell was pointing out. Haskell kept saying, like Stupid, what you're saying now, bias really ain't disagreeing with that. He's saying something else, which is true. So some of the things Stupid helped enlighten me, but it still wasn't answering my original question, which was, and I still don't think I. So Haskell and Stupid said they believe like this, if they can ask you questions, this is bad protocol, bad faith questions, I guess. And I just want to make sure, but now I know the answer, right? So watch this. So now I found. So I read it yesterday. It's two pieces. see. Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, I got it. Yeah. I need glasses. I bought reading glasses. I never wear. I gotta read them. I mean, I gotta say read them. I gotta wear them. Okay. So let me just go over exactly what it is. Random words. So, okay, because I'm like, stupid makes sense, but I'm like, I don't think that necessarily answering my question altogether. So here we go. So it says, what types of questions are police allowed to ask before reading the Miranda warning? So it says, so they're allowed to ask basic questions that maybe like your age, your name, maybe where you live, certain things that don't go to the elements of the crime or the investigation. So information that is not going to elicit a response from the individual, which could then be incriminating. So basic, I guess it means so basically, hair color, weight, stuff like that. That's something the law enforcement officer would probably get away with without doing read. So yeah. So I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I'm like, I kept saying to people, well, why don't they just say it from the door? Like, what I mean is, why don't they read your Miranda rights from the door? Why do they ask you questions? If it's all fair game, why would they just stop? Hey, let me read it just for no reason. I'm already asking you the same questions, so it makes sense now. So when a police officer talks to you, they can't elicit um, information from you that tie you to the crime, pretty much on purpose, because you're protected against self-crimination. So what they got is, so when they ask you basic questions, like, hey man, where you coming from? You know, um, what's your name? Where you with? What direction? What car you drive? Where you work? Yeah, they could do that. But what they can't do is say, okay, at 2 p.m., where were you? Now they can't do that. So if they're gonna do that, they gotta read you your Miranda rights, and that's the warning. Okay, now earlier we just asked you basic questions about where you come from, where you going, but now we're gonna ask you things because we think you're the suspect. So when they read you the Miranda rights, they think you're the suspect at this point. So what you're gonna say now, it can confirm our suspicions about you, and that we can charge you for a crime. You gotta go to court and fight it or plea. So that's when they read it to you. Okay, listen, it's about to get serious now. You ask me, we ask you basic questions, and your answer, your behavior made us feel like you could be the criminal we're looking for. So now we're gonna arrest you on that. Okay, and now we're gonna read your Miranda rights and see if you want to talk about the things that we think you are responsible for. So now they're letting you know, like every question we ask you ain't some basic shit. It's to confirm our suspicion about you. So I was able to pull that up, and now I feel good about that. All right. So Donnie says, dude just keeps a lot of rhetoric. He lies. Track feeling. You're funny. Asa K said, never speak to police. Always say sorry, but I'm plead fifth as fraternity. Thank you. Um, Same thing with Mexicans from the states are not considered Mexican. Yeah, I agree with that. I think a lot of natives they feel like that when you're here American, which is kind of true because you become Americanized. So it's like I ain't saying good or bad. I'm just saying like, yeah, you really become Americanized where like when you go back home, you're or where you from. I can say home because you probably never lived there. But when you go back to where your race is from, you're gonna appear odd because you're gonna have an American accent, American dress code, American mind. They did, like American music. Yeah, so to them, like you're really not us anymore, and you're really not. So they're not really wrong. Like you stick out like a undercover cop that everybody knows an undercover cop trying to buy drugs. Like, man, get up out of here. Okay. Yeah. So so never speak to police, but I'm gonna disagree a little bit for that advice. I'm gonna say if you know you're innocent, I'm gonna say I just don't know why. You know, again, if you got time, If you don't have time yet, keep it moving. Yeah, I'm gonna talk. Please, I'll plead the fifth. I'm moving. But you just chilling and call. Hey, I got a question for you. I'm not, there's nothing wrong with. Hey, man, what you mean? Where was I Tuesday? Or they can't ask that, but hey, they can ask you, do you live in one of these homes? You can, nah. I mean, I just don't see like the bad part that could come out of talking to a police officer if you did nothing wrong. So, like again, sometimes I'm not in the mood. Like for example, when you buy something for a Walmart and they ask for a receipt, you know that's like that's violating your Fourth Amendment right, illegal search and seizures. So we do it just out of I guess good hospitality. But one time, man, I bought some shit, some big stuff, big old thing in the cart, and I was pushing it out, and I went to the cash register. I don't know what I did with that damn receipt. So I see her at the door, I'm looking for it. I couldn't find it. So I'm like, oh, you motherfucker, be not fucking. So I get the like receipt. I just went right past it. Like, I ain't see them to the I just kept going like, yeah, I, because I'm looking for receipts not in my pocket. I don't know what I did with it. Okay, they better not do me today, and she did. Say receipt, sir. Walk right past her goofy ass to my car. Like, yeah, I, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like the door is next to the cash register, so you're not far. Like if you were paying attention, you've seen me buy this damn thing from the cashier. Again, it was not self checkout. They have a self checkout line. For whatever reason, it must have been open. The cashier must have just opened up or whatever. Can't break. But I was the first in line. And this was faster than the self check that had a line. So, but you just seen me buy that. Like we the worst person to ask for receipt. The people getting checked out by the cashier. The cashier is a witness of what we did buy. So why the hell you know it's wild. Mm. Okay, so let me see, let me see, let me see. Yeah, we definitely got him, coach. He said my problem is Swazi. I said Yeah, PST, PT, PTSD with police uniform. Yeah, I can see that because depending where you grew up at, you do like they can be OD, especially if you're in an urban area and you only get pulled over by cops who are like around like the skirts of your urban area. Like they're not from your city, they're around your city. A lot of like where my city is at, there's a lot of white towns surrounds it. So if you get out of my city, no matter where you go, you're going to run to a majority all white police station, police force. So it's like shit, almost like you gonna get pulled over, follow some shit. Man, today's Saturday already. I'm like, ah, yes, I get it. So some people had like bad experience with police officers or witness police officers don't send somebody often in their neighborhood. They're like, nah, I'm good. I'm good with you guys. He said, we grew up in Harlem, and NYC, we're no front kids off the rooftop shit, man. And kids looking at the damn homicide charge, man. That manslaughter charge, let's just say. No, yeah, manslaughter. Yeah, homicide, manslaughter. The kids thinking, I mean, every roof only 15 feet, ain't gonna hurt. We throw them off, yeah, but you'll have his neck. If you land his neck, you're in trouble. Or circling the ground where he dies. Hmm. Okay, so that's my official yawn. Sleepy. text my man and see if the gym was it tomorrow. Nobody responded. I guess it's not. Yeah, but we got so many Israelites that's in line to talk, and it did. We got so many that are in line to talk. Ridiculous. Yeah, so let me get my sleepy, hungry. Wait a minute, I might keep my cereal here. Like, I'm so tired, hungry. I didn't even make the guy. I don't even want to make the damn cereal. And I was gonna buy chips too. I think I might be. I hate to do this, but I think I might be compelled to go to Quick Check and buy $8 worth of cookies. They got like the big baked cookies and dip it in milk. And I'll be able to sleep. Like, should I? I'm trying to think. Mm. Cookies, chips in there. Cookies will fill me up, sure, but I'm gonna wake up sick as hell though. For sure, if I eat the cookies, I wake up sick. Um, what is it? Eat. I guess nothing I eat. Catch my wet body. Yeah. I'm too sleepy right now. There's no way I'll even last. But I think I'm gonna get one in the morning. A lot of guys be available Sunday morning. I just go to the gym, so I don't even be here. I don't think I'm going tomorrow. Yeah. All right. Let me get out of here because what? Yeah. It's starting to get cold. Get the coughing. Yeah. I'm ready for it. Yep. All right. So I'll let you tomorrow. I should have some guys ready tomorrow, and we're gonna definitely be bodying and all you guys. Coughing, lead. Just get in there. The guy today, I put his full name in the thing. It's crazy, yo. To be so many from one camp. And it's like, man, you don't know who I am? I just beat your boy up. I just beat seven y'all up. At one camp, don't even know. That's wild. Wow. Thank you very much, House of K, for registering me and everybody else listening.